Hey music fans, as a roadie I had this great opportunity to tour with all these bands. I wrote a book about my experiences on the road and it was the #1 new release on Amazon and Bios and it's now sold millions of copies on Kindle. I'm Joel Roadie and this is my podcast, Party Like a Rock Star.
Kai Hahto, I've never heard of him.
This is my next episode with my friend Ron Wikso. Ron, in between here, he liked Nightwish. That was a good one to pick. Basically, during the break, I have to load up the next video, and he was telling me just a lot of questions about Nightwish and Kai Hahto, and so I decided to jump into watching this. It's like 14 minutes of drum playthrough, but it's so good. And Ron was game. He was like, that's fine, let's do it. So he's intrigued, which is cool. If we don't know who Ron Wikso is because you didn't watch the Nightwish reaction, that's cool. Give you a little bit of background on him. I did interview him with his friend Matt Bissonette. Matt Bissonette's also worked for a lot of really huge names like Ringo Starr, Elton John. And I believe they know each other through David Lee Roth. So Ron Wikso, he's a drummer, and he's toured with Cher, Foreigner, Richie, Sambora, David Lee Roth, the Steve Miller Band, The Storm, Creedence Clearwater Revisited, where he replaced Cosmo. You can see an interview with Cosmo right here if you're interested. It was so good. He was such a cool cat. He's also worked with Eddie Money and Gregg, Rolie, and Player, with Peter Beckett and Ron Moss. His resume is pretty seriously amazing. He's a no-joke drummer, and he's a really good guy. So anyway, let's jump into this playthrough, and let's see if what he has to say about Kai. Let's do it. Oh, one last thing. There's an Easter egg on this one, so don't clock out as soon as you hear the music. So, all right, so this is Kai Hahto. You say you've never heard of him. He was in a band called Wintersun. I don't know if he still plays with them or not. But again, another band out of Europe. And we had just watched Nightwish, you and I made it clear I'm a Nightwish fan. But you were impressed with his chops, which means this would be something cool to jump into to see what you think when we're focused on him. This is a drum playthrough. It's a track that's very popular for Wintersun fans called Sons of Winter and Stars. And so let's jump this together and you can focus on the drummer this time and give us your 2 cents on Kai.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Unbelievable. unbelievable right hand. Unbelievable independence, too. was amazing.
You can do all the flips.
Damn, that dude is amazing.
Isn't he good?
Jesus. I mean, he's doing stuff. He's doing stuff that, I mean, you know, I couldn't play in my wildest dreams. He's playing like it's like he's got two halves to his body. You know, there's the upper part, the hands, and then the feet are completely independent. And then he's switching between right hand lead and left hand lead, all while the feet are still going. It's unbelievable.
Cool. All right, well, we got a few more minutes. I didn't want to stop. I saw you. I heard you talking, but I didn't want to stop in the middle because the rhythm's just going. I'm like, oh god. So,
yeah, that dude's out of his mind. Oh my god.
Are you ambidextrous out of interest, or?
Well, to some degree, not like him. You know, I can do some stuff. I have some independence and all that stuff. Of course, in fairness to myself, I suppose, but I don't, this is not the kind of stuff I'm really ever asked to play, and it's not really in my wheelhouse, and conversely, the stuff that I'm asked to do, most of the work that I do is probably not in his wheelhouse. Not that he couldn't play it, but basically, if I played some of the stuff he's playing on the gigs I do, I'd get fired. Because no singer, Steve Miller doesn't want to hear that.
Yeah, but it's great stuff. But I totally understand. So
while he's trying to sing, take the money and run, he didn't want to hear some some crazy, drum thing going on behind him. But for what this guy's doing, it's amazing. Oh my God.
Yeah. All right, let's keep going.
Like manic depression only on steroids.
Sorry, I can't hear. What'd you say?
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. It was kind of what he was playing right there was very similar to like manic depression, the Hendrix tune, only on steroids.
Stuff, Jimi Hendrix. Woo. Okay.
I mean, just the drum part,
Yeah.
That dude's unreal, man.
He's amazing.
I'd love to see him play like, I mean, that's, obviously like hardcore, metal, whatever you want to call that. But I'd love to see him also play like some jazz and stuff because he's obviously got a really incredible command of his hands and feet, but also of odd time signatures and stuff like that. So it'd be interesting to hear how he interpreted some other types of music.
Yeah.
But man, some of the stuff he was doing, like towards the end of that, he was doing this thing. I saw his left foot going back and forth. Maybe it was just his heel going over to the hi-hat pedal. While all this other crazy stuff is going on. It's like, I don't even know how he could have thought to do that. It's
brilliant
amazing.
guy. If I remember correctly, you went to Juilliard. Did you go to Juilliard?
I went to Berkeley.
Berkeley, okay.
Berkeley College of Music in Boston. Yeah, it's totally different than Juilliard. Juilliard's more kind of like classical kind of music. Berkeley's more, or at least at the time, it was jazz, pop, mainstream kind of oriented.
Yeah.
I only went for 2 semesters though. 1 year, and I was 17 when I went there. So I'm not sure how much of an impression it had on me.
Oh, interesting. Really interesting. This guy was amazing. All right. You were talking about In Your Wheelhouse. And so the next track, I think, is In Your Wheelhouse. And so
okay.
Have you ever heard of a man by the name of Tommy Johansson?
I don't think so, no.
All right. We're going to jump into some Tommy Johansson, and you can let me know what you think of that guy.
Okay. Yeah, that dude, wow. That dude is unreal. I'm surprised I never heard of him. He seems like he'd be one of those guys that, one of those drumming hero guys that everybody's listening to or whatever. I'm going to share this. Kai, I'm going to write his name down. I'm going to share this with the production manager for Steve's thing. He loves this kind of stuff.
Okay.
He sent me he was showing me videos of that. Have you ever seen that guy, El Estapario or whatever his name is?
No.
Oh, dude, you got to check that guy out too. He's another one of these insane drum chops guys. He does stuff with one hand that most people couldn't do with 4. It's
really?
Crazy.
Hey, the podcast is over. What are you still doing here? Well, while you're here, like and subscribe. Thanks.